Hey Redken, my name is Justin Michael Parra and I am 30 years old and I am located here in Waco, Texas. I have been licensed a little over 2 years, a little over 2.5 years. And I went to beauty school in 2017, and before that I worked for RDA for 2 years as a salon consultant. And that was when my life changed. But a little backstory, I just want to continue telling about who I am right now. Guys, where do I start? I mean, I'm an artist through and through. I'm just going to be straight up here. I've been nervous, but I'm just going to be real. So, I am an artist, guys. Music runs through my veins. So does hair. I mean, and they go together like white on rice. And so, who I have developed, the kind of artist that I have developed myself to be, is I love doing hair, but I love incorporating music to it. I don't make music. It's not my music. It's just the music that's out there in the world already. I believe my purpose in life is to inspire people with what I do, and I find so much fulfillment out of doing it. I truly believe that God put me here on this earth to instill joy and confidence to other human beings, as well as inspire them to do great things and to be better and to overcome any hardships that they have had in their life or they're going through. So, I mean, and you'll see on all of my social media that most of my stuff are videos. I rarely post a picture, mainly because when I was first starting out, a lot of people would accuse me of photoshopping, and just in my way at the time to not even let that be an issue was to just do a video. You know, you can't Photoshop a video. I mean, you can put filters and stuff on it still, but it's really, you can't just Photoshop a video. So I started doing that, and then I started incorporating music into it because watching just a hair video with nothing on is very boring. So I wanted to like make people feel something as they watched it, and then over time, it just turned in and blew up into this thing that, you know, not too many artists in this industry are doing. I used to fool around making music videos for like my friends back in the day when they were rappers or they were, you know, just singers or something, and they wanted to make a quick little homemade music video. I would get down on Final Cut Pro and just do some mixing and editing, and that's where I kind of found that I had like a hobby. Like, I loved and I enjoyed doing it. It was a good way to express what I'm feeling, not only through hair but through my videos. So that's who I am as an artist. What else? Let's see. Why do I want to be a part of it? So this is my life, guys. I eat, breathe, and sleep hair. Hair is the only thing in my life that has truly made sense, you know, and it's the only thing that I've stuck with. It's the only thing I can't live without, you know. I grew up in a salon. My mom's been a 30-year vet. She's owned a Redken salon for 20 years. And so Redken's just always been there. You know, it's just the black and white, you know, has always been something I've seen. And then when I worked for RDA, my boss, Frank, that was the main thing he wanted us to sell, and was Redken. That was our bloods bled Redken. And when I went to my first hair show in 2017, my first hair show was Redken Symposium. Yeah, boom. That changed my life forever, because I had never seen the hair industry for what it is, you know, and I always thought doing hair was just coming into a salon and working behind the chair. So when I met Sam Villa, when I saw George Garcias, Andrew Carruthers, Justin Isaac, the OG Justin Isaac, bro, I knew right then and there that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. That's what I want to be. One of these days, I am going to be on a stage, and I want to inspire other people like they inspired me. You know what I mean? Like, that's truly what I feel is the core of this industry, you know, to inspire, you know, because making someone go from before to what they look like after, and the joy and the confidence and just the whole like persona that is new, they're like a brand new person, like that just, ooh, it puts a fire in my soul, you know. And like being able to teach as I do it as well, like I'm an educator at the salon that I work at. I have an associate. I've been an educator for about 2 years now, and just watching someone else grow and being able to teach them things that they didn't even know were a thing, teaching them the chemistry behind hair, just the science behind it, and showing them that there's reasons why one product will work for a certain hair type over another, or if the hair is lacking something, it needs to have something put back into it. So watching an associate grow and then be able to come and then grow further from that, from knowing that, you know, you help them get there, it's really fulfilling. And I want to do that on a grander scale. You know, I feel like I can touch the world just like everyone else in Redken does, and I just want to be a part of it. It's just truly what I'm here to do. It's truly what God put me here to do. Let's see, another thing is, I have a background in modeling. I was a professional model for 10 years, had an agent through Kim Dawson and the Campbell Agency in Dallas. And so with that, I think it kind of blew any kind of stage fright I ever might have. I don't get nervous in front of a camera. I don't get nervous in front of crowds or in front of people. So I think that is something that might help me as well in this path of my career. I also have a background in photography and videography. You know, I didn't go to school for any of that, but it was just something that was a hobby of mine when I worked with my friend in the production company that we owned. That's what I was saying. We used to fool around with music videos and stuff like that, and I would just spend hours in front of, you know, the computer with Final Cut Pro, just never taught it, just, you know, winging it, figuring stuff out. And right then is when I found out that that's what I love to do on the side. So I kind of, when I found out that I wanted to do hair for the rest of my life, and like that was something that I knew I'm gonna do until I'm old and gray and can't work anymore, I was able to start incorporating everything else that I've done in my past and use it and put them all together. And so that's where with all my social media, all my hair videos, that kind of was incorporated with this, and then my modeling industry, being able to be on camera and not be nervous or shy or not, you know, totally critique everything about myself when I'm on camera. I don't even think about it. It's just something I love to do, and I truly believe that is why God put me here. And so having that kind of mentality about it too, it's easy. But yeah, I am so blessed and can't even believe that I'm even in a position to be able to making this video right now. I hope I get picked, like just to be a dream come true, you know? Being a Redken artist, being a Redken international artist. It's a dream. It's a dream. But looking forward to meeting any and all of you guys in the Redken world, and about to show you little technical skills and all the things I'm going to do on little Miss Manny Quinn here. All right. Later. All right, Redken. Today we're going to be working with Miss Manny Quinn. She is a natural level 5 or 6, and I'm choosing to do a balayage today. Why? Because it is the most popular thing right now. It's the most asked for, at least in my salon and all my clients, because it's basically the modern highlight. I don't really have too many full foils, just your basic full foil highlighted anymore. Everyone is leaning towards more of a balayage highlight, or just the whole hand painting technique in general. So what I'm going to be used to doing that today is the Redken's very own blonde icing. I like using the blonde icing for balayage techniques mainly because it does act like a shell, and it's a very conditioning lightener. It's a little hard to mix, but once you get it mixed up, you are gravy. Also, I'm using 20 volume because I really want more of a subtle look. I don't want to completely blow this mannequin's hair out. I want to be able to have her last a long time, mainly because she's not mine. Special gift from my mother, I guess, so I could do this video for you guys today. Also, I do use cotton to help separate. Why? Just because it is a kind of like a clay lightener. Because of the fact that it makes its own shell, I still like putting something in between each section so that it doesn't get on anything, the underneath of anything. Because this, again, the technique I'm doing today is just going to be surface painting. I want to do that because a lot of the things that are being requested right now is blonde. Summer's about to be here, it's springtime, so the blondes are wanting to be blonder, or the brunettes are wanting to have, you know, a huge pop, you know. So the technique we're going to be doing is I'm going to give her lots of face or hand painting, but since it's only surface painting, we're still going to have all of that dimension still up in there. So you're going to get lots of blonde, but still have dimension flying through it. But let's get started. But with this particular technique, I'm going to do a brick lay technique for each and every leg, I call them, and go over each one of them. So I start on the side and I just take off a diagonal section, no bigger than an inch, just so that I can get the most lift. Grab my comb and rake the hair down. Keep a firm grip on there. And then I like to grab, for this particular technique, it's like regular paintbrush. It holds a lot of product and it's really easy for getting a lot of product in there and then blending, so there are no harsh lines of demarcation. But I'll put a bead at the end of my brush, and I'll use that bead and I will lay it flat, not down, to swipe that over. You'll do both sides, creating a V. Down to the bottom. Again, keeping my brush very flat. And making sure that saturation is key. Guys, whenever we're doing balayages, it has got to be saturated. The less hair you see underneath that bleach, the better. Because you want to be able to make sure you're going to get maximum lift. And again, making sure everything is saturated very, very, very good. They call it blonde icing because it looks so good and it looks just like icing. You could eat it, but don't. Wouldn't be good. So yeah, once we're done, put your hand underneath it. And voila. I'm gonna grab my towel, wipe off my hands. And then I'm gonna grab this cotton. I'm gonna put it right up top. Right at the bottom. And then one right in the middle. Just stick it right on there. So now I'll grab my next section here. And I'm gonna go and take another diagonal section to the other side. Okay, so as you can see, they'll get both sides of those, and especially when they put their hair up, they'll be having to have those legs right there that gives it that natural kind of sun-kissed look. I'm gonna do the same thing. Kind of clean off my brush here. With my bead. Start up just like this, flat brush. See that? So now we have both of these here. I'm going to take right in the middle. And take that right there just to like so it would bricklay. So my legs would go right into the middle of that whole section. Grab it, keep it nice and firm. You see how it just lays right over there. Okay? And so we're going to repeat this all the way up till we get the crown. Okay. So the way I like to do this top piece here, which is the little diamond, it's like the bottom of a diamond, really. So if you were to just keep doing it like the regular, then you would have your leg here and your leg here, and then you'd have a big open spot right here, even if you were to do a W. So what I like to do is I will separate them out with another diagonal, just like this. And bricklay those two together. That's going to give you more fullness right up here around the crown without having to do any foils or anything like that, and this will give you the same kind of pattern that you've been doing all over. Quick and And that's why balayage is so amazing, is because you're an artist. You can create as you go. So any way that you section this, whether it's a diagonal, horizontal section, or if it's a vertical stripe, anything like that, you as an artist are creating this look. So since it's such a natural sun-kissed look, as long as you kind of get the basics down and you know where you're putting everything and know what it's going to look like as you're done, you'll be able to create and mix and match different techniques. Again, saturation is so key, guys. The key to success is saturation. You can also focus on focal points. So wherever this blonde starts is going to be something that the eye is automatically drawn to. So like I like to put pieces right the levels of her eyes. If I'm going lower than that, maybe the mouth, the eyebrows, everything will kind of draw attention to the strong facial features that she has. And again, you can always just look at it to make sure, because everyone's got different hairlines, everyone's got different shaped heads, and this is a mannequin, so I got to look and see where I want to place it. So if I would take this section and go more of a diagonal. I would take right in the middle of this section and I would come right over here. But since it's a mannequin, she's got a really small head. I need to put a piece of blonde right here. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna take a horizontal section. And we're gonna do the same thing, and I'm just gonna put a leg on this side, because that also will give it far enough distance from there so that there's not a whole lot of blonde right in one area. Okay, so now that I'm more up here, anything I do up here is gonna be, like, say she's a hair flipper and she doesn't have like a direct part anywhere. She likes to work middle part, but she can also switch sides. This is where it's very imperative that you put another blonde piece right in the middle of here. So I'm going to take a diagonal piece right to the middle of that section. And then just a small little V, so you'll see this V will come right over here, right on top of there. And she'll have a blonde little strip right over her face. Ones that are very imperative not to make sure there's a big, huge line of demarcation up around the forehead. So I'll start further down here and then work my way up. So where it kind of comes to a point there. That. Okay, we'll work our way over. Take a diagonal down to the middle point of the last piece right there. So that leg will still brick lay right in the middle of this last little section. See that? So I'm going to have one right in the middle of there, one still back here. All right, and here's that last piece up here. So we'll move this a little closer. You can see, guys, all of those were just brick laid right on top of the last. And so now that we're right up at the front of her face, this is, if she wears, which she most likely will wear the middle part all the time, because that's where she decided to do this. So this is what's going to be seen every day. It's what you'll see in the mirror. So this money piece is what we call it. This blonde money piece is just going to highlight and just outside the frame of her face. So I like to take literally still in the middle of this one, brick lane, and go all the way to that part. Okay? That way when this hair comes down, it'll lay right on top of it. Smooth. Back up this a little bit. Bring that comb all that out. Come in here. Again, I'm going to start down here a little bit more so I can have more control. Make that outside real good, real fine, and get thicker as you go down. Again, making sure saturation is key. There you go. All right, this is our finished results on little Miss Manny Quinn here. Like I said, we're keeping it to more of a natural, very sun-kissed look. So we lifted to a level 8. I did use shades 7NB and 9G to make a level 8. I wanted to keep it more, like I said, more of a natural, and shades is the most amazing toner in the world. Put it on towel dried hair, left it on for 15 minutes. I chose 7NB and 9G. The 9G to keep it more on the warm side, and the NB series, it's got red and violet in there, and I like the violet to kind of neutralize those brassy tones in there. And then I guess the red is really going to keep it more of this caramel sandy tone as well. I still need more shades of classes. I could always use more education. Always, 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 always give me more, give me more, give me more. But as you can see, we lifted pretty high up, and because of the fact that we only surface painted, you're still gonna have all of that dimension underneath it all. And because we did those legs up there, it looked kind of like a very melted, just natural little look. Now to style this, for my prep, on every client, even guys, I will use Redken One United. It's like Frank's hot sauce, put it on everything. It is amazing. It's an all-in-one multi-benefit treatment. I am getting tongue-tied today. It does everything. It's a leave-in conditioner. It's a heat protectant, defrizzer, color enhancer, color preserver. It's even a good cutting lotion. So from there, I decided to use Redken's Frizz Dismiss Rebel Tame because it is a smoothing leave-in conditioner. It protects up to 100 or 450 degrees, great heat protectant, and just like Shades EQ and most of Redken's products, it balances out the pH level, which is amazing for getting a good finished product. And one of the most very important things. I am really tongue-tied today. Then after that, after we blow dried her, I love this stuff. It is Redken's Iron Shape 11. It is a heat protectant with a little bit of a hold factor. So all these numbers on Redken's bottles are the higher the number, the higher the hold. They are times the hold of water. Very, very, very good to know. And a little trick that I love to tell all of my clients, the length of the bottle is what is recommended to spray away from the head. So my clients love learning things like that to take home and use themselves. And after I spray each section with that and curl it, I will throw a little bit of Fashion Work 12 on there, light versatile hairspray. I love it because it doesn't get crunchy. You can rub your fingers through it still after, and it still is amazing. I don't like to use anything higher than that after I curl it because I feel like the curls just get so crunchy. So this is a perfect thing to do. And then after the greatness is done, I will spritz it with triple dry texture spray. This over windblown when it comes to this kind of stuff, because I want a little bit more of a hold of the texture spray so that it can really, really, really hold those curls and not let them fall. I'm telling you, for the longest time, guys, I could curl hair, but then I'd go to brush it through and they would all fall. So I could do really, really good hair, and then I'd go to style it and curl it, and then I couldn't get like an after video or an after pic of anything because my finished product didn't look good. Triple dry saves my life every time. So, and then I'll go back and spritz it again with more Fashion Work 12. And then you get your finished product. She's amazing. All right, and that is the finished product. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch my audition video. Again, I am so appreciative of this opportunity. It is the opportunity of a lifetime. And I am just looking forward to even seeing where this goes. So thank y'all so much.